So we've been talking about ins. Let's have a talk about some of the outs. Hello and welcome to the video. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you are all keeping warm because it is absolutely freezing. It's not nice. The Scandinavian thing that's happening is doing my head in. But if you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Like and help the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. So we are going to talk about some outs now because some of them are interesting, some of them are kind of predictable. But first thing first, we're going to talk about, it looks like Lee Gregory could be all set to join Mansfield Town. Is it Mansfield Town? I think it's Mansfield Town, yeah. And a fee has been agreed by the clubs, and by sounds that it could be all done and dusted and him there till the end of next season. Be good for us to get some money for him. He's not in the Sheffield Wednesday plans as it stands. He'd been excellent service, free agent, came in and did what we wanted to do, scored a lot of goals, was part of the promotion team, and will never be forgotten for that. He'll always be in that folklore. And he's been really good for us. I think he's been a cracking player. He's just not in the squad now. And you do have to start potentially looking at players leaving. Another one who is apparently looking, who could go actually, is Michael Smith. Now Derby's interested again. Makes sense. It's Paul Warne. He wanted him in the summer. We said no. Maybe looking again and thinking, oh, they're in a different situation now. Michael Smith is one of the ones that I would say we would have to keep as well. I think we just don't have enough cover. We would have to get people in before we let him go. Let's put it that way. And I think Michael Smith has got a role that he can play in a Danny Rule's team. And it'll be interesting to see what happens there and with how we go about it, because I'm intrigued to see what Danny does in terms of the forward line, because it's the bit that we know that needs a big reinvestment, but reinvestment in the front line always costs a little bit more money than others. But Michael Smith, again, part of the promotion team, got 19 goals in the promotion season, I want to say he did, and managed to just have a playing some really good football. He knows League One as well. He will rip it apart, as would Lee Gregory at Mansfield Town, and if they go up, he'd be perfect person for League One football. Another player who is being talked about leaving, and this one will come as a shock to a lot of people, is George Byers. Now, if we get in Connor Coventry in, there is talk that George Byers could be going out to Blackpool. Now remember, at Blackpool, their sporting director is now our old head of recruitment, so he knows about George Byers. He will have helped bringing him in. It'll be interesting to see how that deal goes. Now, there have been a lot of things said about this one, because a lot of people have been like, okay, he's not been that great this season, really, and he was brilliant when we got him in. I think, for me, he's 27, there's still a player there. His contract is till the end of the season. Would it be a case where you let him go and you make sure that you get some money for someone who's out of contract in the summer, who might not be in your plans after the summer? Would you want to see it as a loan rather than permanent, then be able to bring him back afterwards? I don't know. The Byers one's interesting because the lot of times that I've seen with Byers is he's been pulled a lot because of tactical reasons. It's been very rarely that it's been an injury that he's had to go through. It's always been a, what's the word I'm looking for? Tactical reason why he's always been pulled. And that's the thing there. When you see things like that, if he's got the situation where it could be a situation where it's a tactical reason he's coming off, it means he probably doesn't fit the style of play that Danny wanting to play. And that would be interesting to see what would happen there. I know a lot of people are not that happy with the idea that we could be potentially losing George Byers, because a lot of people said there's a lot in the tank still for him. There's still a lot of people who think he can do a lot of work in the squad, and it's interesting, that one, because I think I understand what people are saying and I understand what they're getting at, but if you look at his times he's played, he's been good, don't get me wrong, but I think we've got to be a little bit savvy with what we do, because again, it's another player who's out of contract in the season who could walk for nothing, and we could get something for him now. So I think it will be interesting. Now, the last one on this one is a sad one, and I really, really hope that Palmer is in Danny Rul's team. So far, his recent performance has shown how valuable he is to the team, and the new managers likely want to keep him beyond the summer. Now, Palmer's been with Wednesday for 13, 14 years. He's made over 400 appearances for the club. He can start being talked about for pre-contract. Him, Dawson, Windass, Bannon, they can all be looking at pre-contracts now. It's something that they can do. Now, here's the thing for me. Palmer got interest from America. There's already a testimonial being planned for Liam Palmer, and rightly so it should be. And I've got the thing here where I really do think it's the right thing to do, but I also think he'll probably will stay. I really do think he'll stay at the end of this and get given a new deal, because I think there's still value in what he does. I think you're seeing that Danny liked the way he played. Danny's said that he just can go from this position to this position. He liked that kind of style of player. But you wouldn't begrudge him if he went to America and went to go do that challenge with an American team and just get that payday, because it's an experience for him and his family. Got a couple of businesses in and around Sheffield and Worksop. I think it would be interesting to see how people would respond to it. Really, because I like the idea of Sheffield Wednesday giving a player who's been here his whole career. I think he only had one loan spell, and that was the Tranmere, the early doors, and ever since then he's been in the Wednesday squad. Every manager that come in has seen his value and how he contributes to the team. And I think I would be really sad if Liam Palmer didn't get a new contract at the end of the season or beforehand to stay. But I do understand about Sheffield Wednesday needing to start to build new people, start getting new people in. That's the thing, sentimental side of things with, say, the likes of Byers, the likes of Palmer. I get it, I understand it, and more so with Palmer, but I get it. But I think there's another year left in Palmer at Wednesday, and I'd love to see him retire at Sheffield Wednesday. But if he doesn't, then you say thank you so much for your years of service. You have been an absolute Wednesday. I think, I don't know, will people allow me to say, I'll say I've been a bit of a Wednesday legend here for a long time. Always put a shift in, but we'll see. But that's what we're talking about outs. Hopefully we should have another in the next couple of days. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's see what happens with it. We've already got things ready to go, if that makes sense. So let's see what happens and see if there's any more outs out of this squad. I can't see there being many though, but we'll see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.